The legend of Atlantis is one of the most fascinating stories that has been passed down through the ages. The story of Atlantis was first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato in his dialogues, and it has captured the imagination of people for centuries. Atlantis is believed to have been a powerful and advanced city that existed over 10,000 years ago. According to Plato, Atlantis was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules and was a naval power that had conquered much of Western Europe and Africa. The city was said to have been a utopian society that was rich in resources and had an ideal government system. According to Plato, the city was far advanced in technology and architecture. The city was said to be located on a series of concentric rings of land and water, with a central island surrounded by a series of canals. Atlantis was said to be made up of a series of palaces, temples, and public buildings, all constructed with a level of engineering and design that surpassed anything that had been seen after them. The buildings were said to be adorned with precious metals and gems, including gold, silver, and diamonds. The streets were paved with a special kind of metal that glowed in the dark, providing a source of light for the city's inhabitants. It was also said to have a highly advanced transportation system, with crystal-powered vehicles and flying machines that could travel great distances in a short amount of time. The city had an advanced network of canals and waterways that allowed for easy travel throughout the city. The canals were said to have been lined with a special kind of metal that prevented erosion and provided a smooth surface for boats to travel on. Overall, the city of Atlantis was described as a marvel of engineering and design, with technology and architecture that surpassed anything that had been seen before or since. Atlantis was a technologically advanced civilization that had access to incredible feats of engineering and architecture. Their buildings were said to have been constructed with a special kind of stone that was able to shine like fire in the sunlight. The Atlanteans were believed to have been highly skilled in metallurgy and had a vast knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. Some theories suggest that the technology of Atlantis was the result of extraterrestrial contact, while others argue that the Atlanteans were simply more advanced than any civilization that came after them. However, since there is no archaeological evidence to support the existence of Atlantis, it is difficult to say for certain what kind of technological advancements they truly had. The legend goes on to say that Atlantis was destroyed by a catastrophic event, such as an earthquake or a tsunami, which caused the city to sink into the ocean. The destruction of Atlantis was said to have occurred over 10,000 years ago. The story of the destruction of Atlantis is a cautionary tale about the dangers of overconfidence and the consequences of ignoring the natural world. The exploration sites and possible locations of Atlantis have been a topic of interest for centuries. Some believe that Atlantis was a real place, while others consider it to be a myth. However, there are several theories and possible locations that have been proposed over time. One theory suggests that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean Sea, near the island of Santorini. This theory is supported by the fact that Santorini was once a large island that was destroyed by a volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE. Some believe that this eruption led to the destruction of Atlantis. Another theory proposes that Atlantis was located in the Atlantic Ocean, somewhere near the Azores. This theory is based on ancient maps that show a large island or continent in this region. Other possible locations for Atlantis include the Caribbean, the coast of Spain, and even Antarctica under the ice caps. However, there is no concrete evidence to support any of these theories. Some researchers believe that the location of Atlantis may have been deliberately obscured by the ancient Greeks to protect the city's secrets. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, there have been many expeditions and explorations in search of Atlantis. These expeditions have focused on the possible locations and key features described by Plato, such as concentric rings, a central island, and a powerful civilization. However, none of these expeditions have been successful in locating Atlantis. While the existence of Atlantis remains unproven, there are some who believe that the city was a real place. Archaeological discoveries have uncovered evidence of advanced civilizations that existed thousands of years ago, which has led some to believe that Atlantis may have been one of these civilizations. For example, the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete is often cited as a possible inspiration for the legend of Atlantis. However, there is no conclusive evidence that proves the existence of Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world. While the existence of the city remains a mystery, the legend has inspired countless works of art and has helped shape our understanding of ancient civilizations. The story of Atlantis serves as a reminder of the power of human imagination and the enduring allure of the unknown. By studying the legend of Atlantis, we can gain insight into our own history and the stories that have helped shape our world.